Beloved seeker, have you ever gazed into the eyes of another and felt as though the universe was whispering back to you? Perhaps it was the tender smile of a child, the silent disapproval of a parent, the embrace of a lover, or even the sharp word of a stranger. In each of these moments, something deeper stirs within. Joy rises, pain awakens, or a forgotten memory returns to life. Why is it so? Why do others hold the power to shape our inner weather? Babaji once said, "Every relationship is a mirror of the self." His words carry a timeless mystery, the truth that every soul you meet is not separate from you, but a reflection of your own hidden light and shadow. The world, as Babaji reminds us, is not outside of you. It is the vast mirror in which your inner state is revealed. Just as the moon's face is only seen when reflected in the still lake, so your own qualities, love, anger, fear, compassion, are revealed when another stands before you. The smile that warms your heart is your own love mirrored back, the conflict that unsettles you is your own wound returning for healing. Relationships are not accidents of fate, nor chains that bind you, they are sacred messages, woven by karma, guiding you into deeper knowledge of yourself. So the real question is not, why is this person treating me this way, but rather, what within me is being shown through this person's presence. When you begin to look upon life with this gaze, the ordinary becomes mystical, and the painful becomes the teacher. This is the doorway Babaji opens, the path where every bond becomes a mirror, and every mirror leads you home. Seeker of truth. Babaji teaches with simple words yet infinite depth, the outer world only reflects the inner state. Just as a polished mirror does not create the face but only reveals what is already there, so too the people around you do not create your qualities, they simply reflect them. When you meet kindness in another, it is because kindness already pulses in your own heart. When you encounter cruelty, it touches a wound within you that longs for healing. The world is not happening to you, it is happening through you. Imagine a lake in the stillness of dawn. The sky above is painted with colors, and the lake faithfully shows them, whether it be the softness of sunrise or the storm of dark clouds. The lake does not choose, it only reflects. Babaji says our consciousness is like this lake. When our mind is calm, we see the divine truth clearly mirrored through relationships. When disturbed, the reflections become distorted, and we mistake the ripples for reality. This is why relationships are sacred teachers. Every word spoken to you, every glance exchanged, is a signal pointing back to your own being. If you feel joy in the presence of a friend, it is your own joy that has awakened. If you feel anger when someone criticizes you, it is your own hidden insecurity that has been revealed. In truth, no one gives you happiness or sorrow, they only reveal what is sleeping inside. Babaji reminds us gently, look not outward with blame, but inward with awareness. The mirror is never your enemy. It is your guide, your silent companion, forever showing you the unseen corners of your soul. Dear traveler on the inner path, Babaji has often told his disciples, what you are drawn to, and what you resist, are both mirrors of your own self. Life places before us not random faces but reflections designed with precision. Attraction and aversion are not accidents, they are doorways into the hidden chambers of our consciousness. When you feel drawn to someone's gentleness, honesty, or courage, it is not because they possess something you lack. Rather, it is because that very quality is blossoming within you, seeking to be recognized. Their presence becomes a reminder of your own unspoken potential. Like a candle lighting another candle, attraction awakens what is already alive in you. To admire beauty in another is to acknowledge beauty already dwelling in your own soul. But aversion too is a teacher, though its lessons come clothed in discomfort. If someone's arrogance disturbs you, it may be your own pride knocking at the door of awareness. If another's anger unsettles you, it could be your own suppressed fire that you have yet to embrace. What you push away does not disappear, it waits patiently in the shadows until life sends a mirror to reveal it. Babaji reminds us, what you reject outside is what you have not yet made peace with inside. Thus both attraction and aversion are sacred signals. One shows the light that longs to grow, the other reveals the shadow that longs to be healed. To see only one and deny the other is to walk with half the truth. The wise seeker embraces both. For in the end, whether sweet or bitter, every reflection points to the same destination, the awakening of the self. Beloved seeker of wisdom, Babaji often explains that no soul enters our life by chance. Every meeting, every bond, every passing glance is woven from the threads of karma. The universe is not a random tapestry but an intricate design where each relationship is placed with divine precision. Parents, children, friends, lovers, and even strangers, all are karmic mirrors reflecting lessons our soul has agreed to learn. Babaji teaches, you are bound to those who carry the key to your awakening. Some arrive to mirror your strengths, to remind you of the divine light you already carry. Others appear to reveal your weaknesses, to stir dormant wounds so they may finally heal. Sometimes the sweetest love is a karmic return for kindness given long ago, and sometimes the deepest pain is the repayment of a forgotten debt. Yet whether sweet or bitter, all ties are rooted in grace, for they guide you toward liberation. When a conflict arises in relationship, the ordinary mind cries, why is this person treating me so? But Babaji asks us to turn the gaze inward and inquire, what within me is being reflected by this encounter? The other is not the cause, they are the mirror. The karmic bond is not meant to punish but to awaken. Like a sculptor's chisel, relationships carve away the stone of ignorance until the hidden statue of the self is revealed. Thus, the web of karma is not a prison but a school. Every tie, every meeting, every farewell is a lesson. Babaji assures us that when we look at relationships through this lens, bitterness turns to compassion, confusion turns to clarity, and every mirror, no matter how difficult, becomes a pathway back to the eternal self. Gentle seeker, Babaji reminds us that beyond all shadows and lessons, the highest reflection in every relationship is love. Beneath the surface of attraction and aversion, beneath the play of karmic debts and bonds, there shines an eternal truth. What you see in others is ultimately the light of the self, which is love itself. When the dust of ego settles, the mirror of life becomes clear. In that stillness, you no longer see only a person before you, you see the divine smiling through their eyes. The child's innocent laughter, the mother's care, the friend's loyalty, even the stranger's passing kindness, all are not fragments, but rays of the same radiant sun. Babaji says, love is not born in relationships, love is uncovered through them. Relationships do not create love, they only peel away the layers that hide it. Even in difficult bonds, love is hidden like fire in wood. A harsh word or painful act may sting, but when viewed through Babaji's vision, you see that the soul behind it too is only yearning for love. To see beyond the wound and into the essence is to see the true reflection. When you begin to recognize this, every relationship becomes holy. You no longer cling to those who please you, nor reject those who challenge you. Instead, you bow inwardly to all, knowing each one is showing you another face of the divine. Love ceases to be limited to me and you, it expands into all. Thus Babaji guides us to the ultimate realization, the mirror of relationship reflects not separate selves but one self. And that self is love, eternal, unchanging, infinite. Dear seeker walking the path, Babaji, in his infinite compassion, never leaves the teaching as mere philosophy. He instructs his disciples to live these truths daily, turning every encounter into a meditation, every relationship into a temple. For what use is wisdom if it does not breathe in the rhythm of our lives? When irritation arises, Babaji advises, pause. Instead of reacting outward, close your eyes inwardly and ask, what mirror is this soul holding before me? If anger surfaces, see it as your own inner fire waiting to be purified. If jealousy awakens, recognize it as your own forgotten longing for wholeness. Do not condemn yourself, nor the other, simply observe with awareness. The moment you see clearly, the chain of reaction breaks, and karma begins to dissolve. Likewise, when someone's presence fills you with joy, do not cling to them as the source of your happiness. Instead, turn inward and feel, this love, this beauty, is already within me, reflected by this being. In this way, gratitude grows, and dependence falls away. Babaji assures us that true freedom arises when you see all qualities, pleasant and unpleasant, as aspects of your own inner landscape. He often said, make life your guru. Do not wait for silence in the cave or stillness on the mountain. Let the market, the family, the workplace become your meditation hall. Each smile, each conflict, each silence is a lesson. If you practice in this way, you need not seek mirrors, life will bring them, and you will receive them as gifts. Thus, Babaji turns daily living into yoga, relationships into scriptures, and every meeting into a step toward liberation. The world is no longer ordinary, it becomes the living book of the self. Beloved one. Babaji teaches that the mirror of relationships is a sacred instrument, but like all instruments, it is needed only until the melody of truth is realized. In the early stages, the world stands as your reflection, faithfully showing you both your hidden wounds and your radiant light. But when the self is fully known, the mirror itself dissolves. There is no longer I and you, no longer subject and object, only the seamless ocean of consciousness. Babaji says, when the self awakens to itself, it sees no other. At that stage, you do not peer into the eyes of another to seek a reflection, you gaze and behold only your own eternal presence. The one who praised you, the one who hurt you, the one who stayed, the one who left, all become waves of the same boundless sea. The mirror of relationship has served its purpose, to lead you back into wholeness. This is the point where love transcends form. You no longer love because of what someone does or says, you love because love is your very nature. Compassion flows without reason, forgiveness arises without effort, and unity becomes your natural vision. The soul that once searched for lessons in the reflection now rests in the stillness of its own being. Yet Babaji, in his grace, reminds us not to rush this unfolding. Until the final awakening, cherish the mirrors life provides. See each one as a friend disguised, helping you polish the glass of awareness. For when the polishing is complete, you will discover that what you sought outside was always shining within. In that moment, the mirror fades, but the light remains, eternal, radiant, indivisible. Beloved seeker. We have journeyed together through Babaji's timeless teaching, that every relationship is a mirror of the self. We began with the question, why do others hold such power over our hearts? And through Babaji's guidance, we discovered the answer. We saw how the mirror principle reveals our inner state, how attraction awakens our hidden potential, and how aversion uncovers our unhealed shadows. We understood that karma weaves the sacred web of our connections, and that beyond it all, love is the eternal reflection shining through every bond. Babaji has shown us that daily life itself can become our meditation, and that ultimately, when the self is realized, the mirror dissolves into oneness. Now, dear soul, let this not remain only as words you have heard. Carry it into your life. The next time someone uplifts you, pause and recognize your own light. The next time someone challenges you, pause and ask, what lesson is this mirror offering me? If you walk with this awareness, every day becomes a holy teaching, and every relationship becomes a step toward liberation. I invite you to reflect in the comments below, what did this teaching awaken in you? Which mirrors in your own life are calling you to look more deeply? And tell us, dear seeker, what other mysteries of Babaji's wisdom would you like to explore in the next videos? Your voice helps shape the path we walk together. If these words touched your heart, support this journey by liking this video, sharing it with fellow seekers, and subscribing so Babaji's message may spread to all who are ready. Type Jai Gurudev in the comments to honor the eternal light of Babaji guiding us through every mirror of life. Jai Gurudev.